Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video. Today we're going to be looking at the Dungeon of Naheulbeuk, the Amulet of Chaos. This is a dungeon crawler, top-down, XCOM style game. I call it an XCOM style game because of the way that you have to move and do combat and stuff. But it is a dungeon crawler. It doesn't take itself too seriously. The writing so far has been pretty incredible. It looks really good. It's got some amazing positive reviews on Steam, and we're going to take a look at it. We're going to look at the settings, we're going to see what they've got going on there, and then we're going to jump into some gameplay. I'll give you my opinion and whether I like it as a game. So let's jump into it and see what's going on. So, general settings are already very, very good. I really like the fact that they've added this option here in to have the autosave as long or as short as you wish it, which if you are playing on some of the harder settings in the game can be really useful. This also has an Iron Man mode, which we'll take a look at in just a second, and it's got like the allow the game to run in the background, which I'm really happy. When you're streaming, so if I wanted to stream this game, a lot of games, especially if you're running them in full screen mode, if you alt tab or come out of it, the music and stuff stops playing in the background. It minimalizes it all, and it just makes it an absolute nightmare. This means that that won't happen, especially because there is voice acting and story to the game, and as a streamer I like to listen to the in-game soundtrack wherever possible. It just makes the entire experience a lot easier. So from a creator's standpoint, that's really good. The fact that you can have it on or off means that if you are somebody that doesn't really want that, if you want it to go quiet, whatever, or not run when it's in the background, you can. It's just a nice option to have. Very impressed with that. Graphics wise, there's actually quite a lot here. There's a lot of really very good features that a lot of other games, especially AAA games, really should have. The first one being that it's got borderless full screen. If you remember from my last video, the game didn't have that as an option, and you could only access it from before you booted the game, or you'd have to go into the config files and find the startup menu in order to change it, which was kind of meh. It was very not good. So I'm glad that it's got that in there. You've got your 3D rendering resolution, you've got your refresh rate. Now the only problem with this is you've got auto or auto. That's it. That's your options. Which is kind of why have an option there if it doesn't change. But you have got VSync and you have got screensaver allowed and stuff, which is nice. To get it to record, I generally have to put VSync on because OBS doesn't like it, but you can turn VSync off and have it running at a higher refresh rate if you so desire. You've got your brightness setting, and then you've got your quality presets. Now, what is nice is that the game automatically selected Ultra on this. Even with my high-end machine downstairs, a lot of games will select medium or high, and I've got an i9 with a 2080 Super, so I can generally play anything on Ultra that I so desire. But a lot of games will always select the lower preset, so it's nice actually to see that the game is wanting to use that GPU and the CPU to the fullest, and actually select Ultra because it knows your system can handle it. Outside of that, you've got a lot of options here that you can mess with, which is good. You've got your bloom on normal or fast, you've got your ambient occlusion, you've got all of the anti-aliasing options. It's a very well fleshed out and good looking menu, so high marks from me on that one. You've got your keyboard and mouse settings, all of which look like they are rebindable. However, it is worth noting that your keypad settings cannot be rebound, although to be fair, playing with keyboard and mouse is perfectly acceptable. I've had no issues. It's generally a mouse point and click. Like I say, it's a top-down XCOM style game. And then your audio settings, you've got all your different audio there as well. I do like the fact that you can change your music volume from exploration and combat. That's really nice to see. It's good to see that they've separated those. All in all, high marks from me from the menu. It's very well fleshed out and gives you a lot of customization and choice. Shall we have a look at some gameplay? I think we should have a look at some gameplay. Let's do that. Now, when you start a new game, it's really cool because it gives you a lot of options again. This game understands that players play different styles, they play different ways, they enjoy customizing it, having different levels of difficulty, and they explain it really well as to what difficulty settings and stuff that you can do. So, first of all, the difficulty level itself is named in a fun way. Again, the game is very tongue-in-cheek, it doesn't take itself very seriously, and this is just nice. It's a nice option to have Gripping Tale, Tavern Song, Epic Dest, and then the Nightmare at the bottom. I like this a lot. It just adds a bit more character to the game, and then it actually explains what each difficulty is quite a lot. Gives you a full breakdown of what it is that you're adding or taking away from the difficulty when you start. You've then got your advanced options as well, so you can have the tutorial on or off. You've got the assign attributes automatically, which a lot of people will do. I personally won't. I like micromanaging, but if somebody just wants to go in and maybe speed run or wants to just get on and play the game and go dungeon running, they can. You've got an Iron Man mode, which I think that you have to complete the game on normal or on a level first before you unlock it, but it's nice to have that, again, that extra challenge there. And then you can change the narrator from male or female. Again, really nice to see. Like, this is a very well done menu. It's a very well done way of giving the player the choices that they may or may not want. Okay, so this is the game. We've gone through most of the tutorial now. This is some combat. You can move the screen with your mouse going to the edge of the screen. You can press BAS and D. You have multiple characters you can choose from. You've got the Barbarian, you've got the Ranger, you've got the Mage, you've got the Elf, you've got the Ogre, the Thief, and the Dwarf, which is kind of cool. So there's a lot of variety. You've got your abilities here on the bottom. Stamina bar, which is what your abilities consume, and your move bar, which is where you can use this side. Now you get to move them a certain amount of spaces, and then once you move them into position, you can attack. You can use ranged attacks or melee attacks. The Wizardess has healing as well as damage attacks. The Elf is mainly ranged. Your Dwarf is your tank. Your Ogre is very much a Brutus kind of melee dealer. And your Thief is very roguelike and likes to backstabs and stuff. So it's not bad as an XCOM style dungeon crawler. It's pretty simple and straightforward to do. You simply click on the character you move them and place them in the way that you want to go, and then you can simply attack them. Apparently you can miss because he's not very doing anything. There's hit chance, there's miss chance, there's all manner of things that you can do. The animation's really cool as well. I'm a big fan of the animation so far. You end your turn as you go along, get close to them, and then you can use your attack. But fairly straightforward, nothing too difficult in how it works. You've got an inventory system as well, where you can equip new items that you find from beating your opponents. You can heal your team after each match as well. You get a list of objectives and things you can do, and then you follow the story. Overall, pretty fun game. I am enjoying it immensely already. And you can see me putting a few...
That was amazingly bad.
A few hours into this. It is important to notice, as you've just seen there, that friendly fire is a thing. If you're not careful, you can end up killing your own team, which, as I'm sure you're aware, nobody really wants to do. So it takes a lot into effect. It does a lot of things well, very simply. The tutorial is very intuitive. The writing is hilarious. I absolutely adore the writing in this. It will take the mickey out the player. It will take the mickey out the game. It doesn't take itself too seriously. There is some adult language in it, so bear that in mind. It does censor like really bad words, but it's not meant for a child audience, as cute and fun as the animation style is. So there you go. If you are looking for a new dungeon crawling XCOM style game with varying difficulties, a good story, a full item kind of crew to work through and add, a really cute art style, and tons of characters to actually work through as you play the game, then I would say this game is for you. This is the game that you want to try. I really like it. I think it's really cool. So check on Steam, have a look, and let me know what you think in the comments down below, if this is a game that you would probably play or not. I am going to continue playing this because I'm having a lot of fun. I really am. The animations when you kill them are really cool as well. You can take enemies out of action as you go. And I'm a fan of that. I'm a big old fan of that. It gives you archers to show which of the characters you're going to hit, and if you're going to miss them, or if you're going to hit your allies and stuff. It does give you that. The hit chances and the miss chances I can see being somewhat frustrating later on. I can see that being a deciding factor as to whether you win or lose. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, there's a lot to do. There's a lot of things that you can screw up if you're not careful. It's got an unconscious meter on it, so if you get taken out, if your turn actually runs out, then they die, and I'm assuming you've then got to revive them. It would be really bad of me if I was to let one of my characters die already, but here we are. We're going to try and win this battle real quick, and see what we can do, see if we can finish him off. We'll delay his turn. Not a lot I can do here.
Ow!
I might end up losing this, you know. I may be in trouble. I wonder if this is going to give me... No, it's fine. That's one dead. Cool, cool, cool. I'm not going to be able to backstab with this one, I don't think. Oh, we might. We might be able to backstab. We'll take this guy out before he dies a horrible death. That would be bad. It does give you your hit chances and stuff as to whether you're going to hit him or die, which is nice.
Drats!
And it is worth noting that as much as I love these sort of games, I am literally no good at them. So it is worth bearing that in mind, that I'm sure you could probably play this game a lot better than I could. Carried me. How dare he? I wonder if we're going to kill him, guys. What are you rating? We'll see. Your enemies are fleeing. They will try and run from the yellow area that just appeared. If you make it, you will earn less experience. Okay, cool. So they're running away. They're retreating, trying to. So now we're going to try and stop them from running away and kill them as we can, hopefully. That's two of my characters unconscious, because I am an absolute genius, apparently. So one got away. We surrounded this guy, so we should beat him. I hope. No, I don't want to do that. That would be bad. Let's just shoot him. How do you miss? The hit chances in this are a bit odd, but we should still win. Cool. And there you go. That's the battle, guys. Took a little longer than what it probably should have done. I took way more damage than what I should have done. But I'm sure that you could play this better. I really like it. I love the visual style. I love the fact that it makes it very clear. The tutorial was very good. The writing is incredible, as I keep saying. So yeah. This has been the Dungeon of Naheulbeuk. I think I'm saying that right. It's on Steam. If you like what you see, feel free to check it out. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.